Welcome back to Professor Layton and Pandora's box. Wow, I actually was able to finish welcoming people back. Anyway, Professor Layton and Luke are still searching for stuff about the box. Having now opened the box, the pair return to town to confirm a newly formed suspicion.
I don't have a heart to interrupt him.
Here then some minors, okay.
Don't worry, Pedro. I kept Professor Lee tied up so that he can interrupt you.
Alright.
I should probably let him out
Actually, let him out now because this part in particular is okay. In terms of making fun of it.
Why did you do that to me?
Because you need to learn a lesson.
I'll sue you for assault.
I have a defense attorney on my side, though.
Okay. Jove already knows, so he can't take bets. Jove and Shiro and Wibs, take a bet into which recurring character we're gonna meet in this mine.
The guy who's geographically challenged.
Nice. There you go.
Yay! What do I win?
A copy of Professor Layton and the Lost Future, the best Professor Layton game.
Excellent.
That's a question we might be able to answer if we can find a count of what transpired here. There's no sense in any more speculation. Let's venture in. You first, Luke.
Alright then.
I'm learning away, Luke. See you! Collapse the cave!
Wait, what? This door isn't going to open, Professor. Why would you be crazy enough to try and collapse the cave with me in?
Because I hate you, Luke. Now I get to have the whole game to myself.
Professor, I know you're only lying because you want to keep me protected from those people threatening my life, so you only pretend to hate me.
No, I only said that just so that I could get past the parents and all that. Now I'm trapped in the cave. Yay!
So yeah,
but Mr. Layton, your mother told me otherwise.
So yeah, this puzzle is really easy. All you have to do is take a good look at the gears and figure out which way you should turn the lever. It's a matter. I'm showing off the hints for the sake of completion, so that the audience can at least pause and take a look at how the hints are build up the puzzle and stuff like that.
I should probably give you a fair warning. When I play Professor Layton in the Spectre's Call, I may not show off all the hints. I may do it in my own special way.
I specifically told you that I could give you a code for having infinite hint coins, so you could do it like I do.
And I specifically told you that I'd just rather not for that sake. Besides, knowing me and my Ace Attorney skills, I'll probably manage to find every single hint coin anyway.
Whatever. Fine.
Besides, I might be able to show it through deduction and logic.
I'm not saying we can have you... It's just that it's much easier for me to explain how the puzzle works to the audience when I'm reading the hints.
Let's refrain from referencing future games.
Wait, what?
A true gentleman never gives spoilers.
Wait, what future Layton game involves hints logic that doesn't already do it?
No, you're talking about stuff that's not here now. I'm the director here, so I say we keep things on the straight and narrow.
Oh, you thought I was talking about Ace Attorney investigations.
Anyway, let's continue exploring the mine.
Oh shit, I'm not the director anymore, am I? Ah!
Okay.
Look, there's so much on the wall here. There's writing on here that says...
Shut up. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Damn it, Luke, let me say my lines.
A maze of doors.
Professor, why do we do number 78 after 79?
Because, the writer can't count.
All the doors in the maze below, it's because this one is optional. All the doors in the maze below only open when pushed from one direction, as shown. It is therefore impossible to pass through every room while going through the maze from the entrance to the exit. However, this feat would be possible if one of the doors could open in the opposite direction. Can you find and circle this door? So basically it's a way of studying the maze and figuring out which particular door they're talking about. It's all about observation and logic. Starting from the entrance, you'll soon bump into a door that should open the opposite way. So to proceed, one of the first doors we meet have to open in the opposite direction. The upper door in the first room and the two doors on the room to the immediate right of the first room open in a direction that keeps you from passing through. One of these three doors is the door you need to change. So yeah, the hints basically are narrowing down the choices for us. I mean, there's not really that much in terms of the logic you have to use to solve this puzzle, so the hints are mostly just, helping you eliminate possible answers.
Yeah, Yeah, that's sort of what I meant when I said I won't use all the hint coins. It's not that I won't find enough, it's just some of these puzzles, don't really call for the use of hints.
Depends on which puzzles you're talking about. The obligatory puzzles are, for the most part, much easier. But when you're doing some optional puzzles for the sake of keeping a good puzzle count...
Oh, yeah.
Was this puzzle mine or was it yours?
It was mine, of course.
Nobody didn't say which one would solve it, so...
Yeah.
But I'm the main character. Ugh, you know what? Forget it.
But yeah, Pedro,
just because you're the main character, that doesn't mean you have to do everything. Let the other characters shine for a bit.
It's called Professor Layton. It's not called Luke Triton.
Oh, come on, Professor. Phoenix Wright is never this much of a glory hog.
But I have an excuse. I have a serious experience. Ugh. Perhaps the miners made puzzles to pass the time between shifts down in the mine.
Suddenly you made John Travolta look subtle there.
So yeah. The reason I made this puzzle was for the sake of getting one more diary key, because, I want to show off the whole diary.
I was not in Battlefield Earth, you imbecile.
Fine, face off.
Let's not bring out that piece of shit here, please.
How can we get it
running? Come on, face off's pretty good, actually.
No, I mean Battlefield Earth. I mean Battlefield Earth.
Ah.
Let's see. Yes. Follow the instructions on the circuit board, Luke. That should fix our problem.
Righto!
Hey, I'm giving Luke a job to do, and it's actually in the script.
Alright, so this is
another one of these. Okay.
Yeah, so this is another one of those basically I have to switch the blue ball with the red ball.
Yes, but Luke, this time I have an excuse. It's in the script.
Indeed it is, Professor. Just make sure to follow it.
Anyway, let's deal with this.
Actually, Dwebs, you can use your. This is a good idea, a good time for you to bring up your asshole Layton persona to just say, actually, Jova could. I know Dwebs will pick up on what I'm saying, so Jova, please say this for me in your Layton voice. But Professor, this puzzle is really hard and will take a long time. Why don't you do it?
Wait. In my Layton voice?
No, in your Luke voice.
Luke voice.
I was about to say, okay, okay, so you were asking me, but Professor...
Yes?
But Professor, you clearly told me to.
Luke, do as I say. It's in the script. If you don't obey the script, I will fire you.
That's what I'm saying. You did... That's what I just said!
This is one of the more brain
tax... That's what I said!
You're complaining! Shut up and do your task!
I'm doing it right now, as you can see on the bottom of the DS screen!
You're not doing it, you're using your silly, lazy mind powers!
Guys, can't you work together?
Shut up, you! Who asked you?
Actually, Professor, Flora has a point.
I thought
Flora's not here now. Wait a minute. Flora shouldn't be here. She should be kidnapped. God damn it! You're wrecking continuity! I'm working alone here!
I'll get off the set now.
Yes! I'm working alone here. God, and you say I'm an arsehole. At least I try and stick to the script.
Oh, really?
You try to stick to the script.
So everything you're saying right now is in the script.
Professor, I hate to code Ace Attorney, but objection! You clearly went against the script in the last...
But I'm the director and the producer! I have an excuse!
You're not the director anymore, as we learned in the last part!
But I've got producing privileges, I can do what I want!
Objection again, but this pamphlet here says that your producer is clearly limited to merely lip service.
Jesus Christ.
Lip service?
Don't you dare bring that up again.
Why not?
Because it's private business, Luke. If you do that again, I will sue you for being an asshole. Yes. Yes,
Professor,
I will.
You see now that I have the world's best defense attorney on my side.
He's a moron.
No, I'm not. I'll have you know that I defeated a man with a
by sheer coincidence and sheer luck and sheer shoddy screenwriting at times. So you know nothing.
Actually, Professor, the writing was kind of working against Phoenix because of that magical bullet bullshit.
Yeah, that too. I mean, heck, I actually had to do a leap in logic because of the entire...
puzzle's done.
Yeah.
So you know what? Forget it. Luke,
You know what? For as hard as these type of puzzles are, I always feel such a rush whenever I get that eureka moment where I finally solve it. It's so satisfying to me.
Hey, yeah, that's sort of the feeling I get in Ace investigations. Oh, the lift is making some noise. We should cross examine it.
excellent. I suppose our next destination will be in the town. God damn it, that went too fast. I specifically told you to slow down, Mr. Duarte.
Are we going to the Chamber of Secrets?
What do you think, Luke?
I think it could be the Chamber of Secrets.
Luke, use your animal powers and speak in parcel tongue.
Oh my, that would be very fitting.
How do we open it?
Speak in parcel tongue, of course. The lock is rather complicated. Let's see if I can decipher the code.
Actually, Luke doesn't speak in parcel tongue. He just talks to the snake, and the snake just understands him because, you know, it's just his gift.
Welcome to Cartoon Britain.
Find
That's
the
my
code.
reason for all this stuff. That's pretty much what I say.
Like the professor said a few parts ago. There are a lot of inexplicable phenomena in this world. This is only but one of many. Basically, I can see what. Okay, in fact, I'll take advantage of this puzzle to say something about that. Yeah, of course, some people might want to nitpick on the unrealistic nature of the world, and there's a lot of weird things happen, namely the plot twist, like the whole village being robots thing. But I can see why Hino chose this to make the world like this. He wanted to give himself and the writing team full freedom so they can come up with some really creative mysteries.
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking. It's like, well, this is a world that actually uses the fact that it's so cartoony to actually make some plot twist actually seem legit. It's sort of like a Face Attorney at times. It's like, well, yeah, I mean...
It's the idea they had from the beginning, whereas in a lot of other series, they'd use the whole weird and wonderful thing as just a cop-out when they can't cover their asses.
I know.
Not to mention, that's not, again, I said this in Curious Village, but I might as well repeat it for the sake of context. Like I said in the Curious Village playthrough, the whole everybody's a robot plot twist wasn't just thrown in there like M. Night Shyamalan just for the sake of people going, what a twist! It was actually it was actually an integral part of the story that helped straighten the themes.
It was hinted throughout most of the story. It wasn't just something that was, oh look, here's this.
Yeah, like there was the cubs.
My theory.
Not to mention that. Yeah, not to mention the heavy foreshadowing.
Puzzle unsolved.
Yes, I managed to achieve that.
Alright, this is basic code deciphering. I really like this one because it kind of makes me feel like one of those spies in the movies where they're deciphering codes and shit like that.
You know, when you think about it, actually, since we were talking about Ace Attorney and Professor Layton, they're sort of an opposite. The plot sort of seems to move with Layton, sort of knowing what the audience doesn't, whereas Phoenix in his games is sort of on the same level as the audience, sort of going for the motions more often than not, having to work against the plot.
Well, that's what Luke is for. Luke is supposed to be our protagonist.
Perhaps it can shed some light on what
maybe protagonist is not the right word, more like the audience's proxy. But
some funny mineral I've never seen before here in the Duke's gold deposits. Shut up, plot.
Sorry, I was saying, Pedro, the word you're looking for
one can be refined into some other kind of precious metal. Personally, I feel like there's something sinister about this stuff. Not that the Duke cares one bit.
Is it Tom Riddle's diary?
Not quite. No, he'll have his way and we'll keep digging. I'd bet my life on that.
Some kind of precious metal? How many Chamber of Secrets references are we gonna make? But I thought this was a gold mine.
Ever since we unearthed that awful ore, people have been dropping like flies from some unknown illness.
Could it be Wario's golden mine from Mario Kart 8 and it's really Wario's farting?
There's so many sick people in town that half our miners have stopped coming into work. Like me when I'm having an off day. What in the world is going on here?
Gosh, that's so terrible. So many people must have been sick.
How tragic. Folsen's time as a gleaming beacon of prosperity is at an end. This town is cursed and ruined. I suspect we're just days away from shutting down this awful mine for good. I'll leave this diary behind so that anyone who tries to reopen the mine may think twice about it. Oh, how tragic.
Suddenly German.
The date on the last entry was just from 50 years ago.
But that can't be
Okay, let's think of...
Mine was up and running until recently.
Exactly.
Yes, or so we've been told. But this has got me thinking. Both this diary and Gringo suggest a connection between the Elysian box and the events in the mine. From what I can tell, all of this traces back to a single man, the Duke himself. Even if he himself is long gone, his castle may yet contain the answers to all of our questions.
So, does that mean we have to visit that spooky castle for ourselves?
Do you mean to tell me you're scared of the place? Ooh, ghosts!
Of course not! 1,000,000 vampires wouldn't scare me!
If there truly is a vampire living in that castle, I'd very much like to make his acquaintance.
Wow, you're completely fearless, aren't you, Professor?
Don't say things like that, Professor! If I met one, he'd probably eat me on the spot! The
Good.
Professor and Luke decide to venture out to Herzen Castle.
Good, that saves me having to bury you later.
So yeah, keep in mind, again... Oh, hold on.
I believe we've retrieved the records we came for. Let's leave now.
But what's this? The lift is out of service!
I say, this won't do. Luke, you climb up and get help. Oh, look here. Surely one of these buttons will send the lift back up, but they're disconnected. Luke, you use your expert electricity skills and repair the lift.
Professor, let's just solve this in a puzzle.
Anyway, keep in mind, guys, so the diary was written, the last page at least, was written 50 years ago. Now, where have we heard this before? 50 years ago.
Also, Pedro, the word you're looking for Luke is like deuteragonist.
Alright, fine, whatever. The point is, 50 years ago. Okay, in case, I'm sure Jova knows, but Dwebs and Jova. Not Dwebs and Shiroi. Dwebs and Shiroi. When we visited Dropstone, what was happening there? You guys remember? There was a festival commemorating the 50th anniversary of Dropstone. Coincidence? Or maybe
No,
more? Or maybe is there a
not.
or maybe
There's
is
more
there a
to this
connection?
than meets the eye.
Like a good, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Why I love Professor so much. Like any good mystery, the more you think about it, the more intriguing it becomes.
How funny would it be if one of these things actually was just a coincidence?
It's never a coincidence in a mystery story.
Yes, Luke, you repair the lift, I get all the credit.
Huh. Wonderful.
Just how it should
Professor,
be.
I clearly saw you connecting the wires here while I took a nap.
You took a nap, lazy.
Yeah, I
Buttons
know.
appear to be working. We should be able to leave the mine now. Now, Luke, because you were being lazy, you have to stay here.
Luke, Professor, you
Good day, Luke.
Alright, Dwebs, it's your time to shine. Not as Layton, but as that character that we all love.
Boy.
Hello, Pavel, what are you doing here?
Hola, friend son. Am I glad to see you? I was sure I'd never see another soul ever again.
Hey, I know you.
I was traveling on Mundo, and last thing I remember, I was in Tristo to Egypt. Tell me, por favor, how long ago were these fine pyramids built?
Pavel, you're kind of...
Sorry, sir, you're not in Egypt. Do you remember how you got here?
I haven't the podcast, senor. One minuto I'm talking about Africa, the next minuto I'm down here.
Africa, you kinda took a wrong turn to not Albuquerque.
No one around, I started poking at this thing to pass the time and I think I broke it. Hiya! Help me fix it, s'il vous plaît.
I love
We seem to do free accents there.
Well,
Boy, they're excellently challenged, so who knows, you might get his accent.
no, it makes sense. It makes sense because of El Mundo, Spanish, Senor Son. Like, it makes sense for Dwebs to do that. So by all means, Dwebs, keep going with that.
Apologies to
no, it's
any
not a bad thing. I
people
like
who
it.
speak that in that accent I might have offended.
You know what I realized? It seems that Dwebs' times to voice act Shine are in Professor Layton, whereas my times to voice act Shine are in Ace Attorney.
Because you keep giving yourself the big part.
Well, it only fits because he's...
So says the guy who has the role of Godo and the judge.
It only fits because he's British, so...
Come on, Dwebs, you can't really accuse me of taking on the main roles, not to mention
But
the
you're
fact
in
that
charge of those playthroughs.
Well, to be fair, we didn't really start the voice acting shtick until, when we were in the middle of Turnabout Goodbyes, when Pedro gave me the idea.
Gentleman leaves no puzzle.
Let me think about it. If I had
Weren't
started
you
way
doing this puzzle?
Oh yeah,
I
this
mean, when
puzzle. This puzzle is all about, weights.
Moon, star, sphere.
Basically, it's about... They tell you how much each piece weighs, and it's a matter of comparing weight. So basically... okay.
Oh, wunderbar! A million agritos, Miname! Now my mind is at ease. I can finally leave this musty
Miname? Dude, pick a language.
It's Manami. Okay.
Hiya! How did I get here? I'm supposed to be on train to Egypt.
Oh well. Bye, Pavel. I'm sure
No,
we'll...
please come back. I need help. I need to get to Antarctica.
Fuck it.
Oh, Mr. Layton.
Yes, that's my name.
Jova?
Luke. Now, Luke, sir, if I may be so bold, what brings you to these parts?
You guys and your magical muting mics. Oh, it's BRB. Okay. In that case, I'll take over. Well, to be blunt, sir, I've been doing a bit of spying on you for some time now. We like quite the investigation. It won't be long before it all snaps into focus for you. It is for that reason that I feel I can no longer hide the truth of this place from you.
Oh?
Ooh. What are you getting at, sir?
You see my studio? All those pictures of the town there. Those are pictures I took. The ones in the station are my work as well.
Is everything in this town your work? Those photos have held my interest for some time now.
Indeed. As they should, Mr. Layton. Do you remember our last meeting in my shop? We pointed out a certain strange phenomenon occurring in photos taken within Folsense.
Because that's what he does.
Oh, hi, Jova.
Yes, I'm back from being right back.
The many we've seen in this town. It feels as though the whole of Folsense conspires to keep a secret hidden from us.
Well, that's what every single town loves to do with us. Well,
it's almost like I wrote the script the way that I didn't.
Your feeling is right, sir. You see, Folsense is cursed.
Woo! Cursed?
Yes, cursed.
To call it such may seem base, but I assure you that the town's past is the very definition of the word. I love this music, by the way.
Yeah.
I love this entire soundtrack.
Perhaps the curse is a punishment we are meant to endure for the great mistakes of our past. But all nightmares eventually end, and I feel it won't be long now before we awaken.
God, who wrote this?
Foreshadowing! Trust me, Dwebs, they're going somewhere with that dialogue. I encourage you to head to that podcast on the distance and to meet with the Canton. And you're talking about Akira Hino, by the way. Anyway,
Wait, Akira Hino did the soundtrack?
Is this Anton?
No,
right.
Well, he didn't write it single-handedly, but he has a team.
Right.
He's Duke Canton,
Okay, sorry.
I served the Herzen family until that day 50 years ago, when I left all behind in Flint. I don't think Canton will ever forgive me. You see, he's a man who abhors betrayal above all else. And you might remember what we heard in the diary about his...
What transpired 50 years ago?
Yep.
In the diary, we learned that the woman he loved also left him. The answers to all questions can be found at the castle. Perhaps a voice of reason like yours might persuade Duke Anton to listen.
Me? A voice of reason?
You can do it, Layton.
If you believe it will settle the matter, we will visit the castle.
Yes, see, with your own eyes, what's become of our town. Perhaps then we'll finally reach the end of this dark tunnel we've been traveling through.
Yes, we will. After I teach Luke a little lesson in getting his lines properly right.
Well, excuse me, Professor, but I was BRB'd. The people we've talked to are scared to death of the vampire.
You should speak your lines.
And that chap with the photographer only raises more questions.
Yes, like where were, what planet were you on when we did the lines?
I was on the planet of I need to talk to my mother in real life. What happened 50 years ago? Wait, I remember 50 years ago now. That was the day that the Ark was attacked.
Yes, so if we can understand the story behind that, our questions about the Elysian box will be answered.
But how are we going to get into the castle, Professor?
Use your head.
I don't think it's just the kind of place we can just waltz into.
No, but I wouldn't say it's impossible by any means.
One does not just waltz into the Herzen castle.
Especially
what do you mean?
Especially since we heard there's a vampire in there.
The tracks we saw on the road to the castle are still very fresh. It would seem that the stagecoach is bringing something to the castle every day. We need only follow it to find our way to the castle.
Oh, of course! That stagecoach is our ticket in!
Yes, I'm going to take it and then ram the door with it. Excellent deduction, Luke. Now, shall we get going?
I'm ready to go whenever you are, Professor. Just lead the way.
And Luke, next time, remember your bloody lines.
Alright.
Just so long as my voice actor doesn't get called away.
The symbol is actually a crest belonging to the Herzen family, who once ruled over Folsense. Alright,
so we haven't got much left to do?
Oh, hey, Neil.
All right,
Am I
everybody.
the one who just noticed that Neo was there on the screen?
More like an agent rather than Neo, but yeah.
Mr. Layton.
So yeah, everybody, in the next part, we storm the castle.
Yeah.
See you then.
See you then.
See ya.